Today, we recreate my favorite dish from Carrabba's, Spiedino Di Mare, and you get to learn how to make it at home. This is 999 Things to Cook. Take a stab at that like button right now. As we start with lemons. Well, we'll get to the shrimp and scallops, but we have to make a lemon butter sauce first. So we start with a bunch of lemons. Cut them in half and get the juice out of them. Yeah, I know. I have one of those juicer thingies for some reason. It's a time saver, so yeah, I'll allow it this time. When you have plenty of lemon juice, make sure to run it through a strainer. You need equal parts of lemon juice and white wine. Take the lemon juice and pour it into a saucepan to reduce by half. Just let it simmer down at a steady rate. Once the lemon juice has reduced by half, add the white wine in. Now you will let the whole volume reduce by half again. It can be at a simmer, but keep your eye on it. If it starts boiling, you need to take it off the heat and balance that simmer out. So when it's reduced the second time, turn the heat off and slowly add butter in a little bit at a time. The butter should be almost room temperature. This is called mounting. Mount the butter in gradually. Don't add too much or it won't evenly melt. You will probably add more butter than you might imagine, so have plenty of it on hand and taste as you go. When it has thickened up and coats the back of a spoon, it is ready. I will transfer it to a small pot to keep it warm. I recommend using a low heat double boiler to keep it warm though, or a thermos. On to the breadcrumbs. Mine is a mix of 50% regular fine breadcrumbs and 50% panko, to which I add a couple tablespoons of mixed Italian herbs and a couple tablespoons of garlic powder, also a good amount of salt. Then, a very crucial step, add in a very good amount of olive oil. Spiedino means skewered, and we will be cooking these on a wood fire grill, or in this case, hardwood lump charcoal. So by adding a bunch of olive oil into the breadcrumbs will prevent them from burning on an extremely hot grill. Trust me, you will get a nice flavored char this way. Just mix the oil in very well to the breadcrumbs. On to the seafood. We have some very big scallops and shrimp. Pat them very dry to start. In a bowl they go, where they will get a good amount of salt and fresh cracked black pepper. Drizzle in enough olive oil so that you can gently coat them. Then one by one, they go into the breadcrumbs. Be gentle, but try to pack the breadcrumbs into them. They won't coat as well as if you were using an egg wash, but this is how it's done, and they end up with a nice light texture in the end. When they are all breaded, it's time to skewer them. On goes a scallop, and I will point out the mistake that I made here. I added shrimp and scallops onto the same skewer. I was thinking about how they will look on the plate instead of how they will actually cook. The scallops should all be on one skewer, and the shrimp should have their own. Shrimp cook faster than these huge scallops, so they will be slightly overcooked. You want to be able to remove the shrimp from the heat maybe a minute or two before the scallops. Don't get me wrong, they come out wonderful, but if you're gonna do it right. No crying in the kitchen and no excuses either. So off they go to an extremely hot wood fire grill that has been wiped down with a towel that I drizzled with olive oil. I know I said wood fire grill, but don't add wood chips. We are not smoking them. Hardwood lump charcoal flavors it perfectly. And I can't stress enough how hot you want this grill to be. Every time I take the lid off, the oxygen will burst the coals into flames, and that's fine. Just add the lid back after turning them or whatever, and it will suffocate the flame. I had slid the grill grate around on and off the fire as need be, especially off the fire when it came time to flipping them. Flipping them is a bit tricky here, but I'll show you how to get the char you want on them without leaving them over the coals for too long. Just spin the grate around so they go over the fire, then add the lid and suffocate the coals to put the flames out. Total cooking time here was about 4 to 5 minutes. Once they are nice and lovely looking, take them off the skewers and line them up. Take a spoon and carefully drizzle your lemon butter sauce over each one. Don't drown them in it, please. And then very carefully garnish them with some finely chopped parsley, making sure to show them the respect they deserve. Now let's check these out.